Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And no, today is not another sneak peek. I'm sorry, but today we're going to discuss all of the questions which you had about the first sneak peek, because there was so many information that all of you guys had a lot of questions. So for example, is Zeb Lalo dead? Is Zeb Witch dead? Are all of those strategies kind of getting killed by the next update, or what is happening? First question was as well, do we get more spell capacity? The answer is pretty simple, no already. And the next question was, for which town level is the new spell and the new spell factory level? And that's for town 11 and above. That were most of the questions regarding the spell factory and the new level around that. Then we had a couple of questions around the scattershot. Is that actually a scattershot buff? And that's actually a no and yes. Because the DPS, the damage per second of the scattershot, got reduced by 10. I didn't mention that yesterday, but I want to highlight that today. So overall, it's nerf and buff at the same time, I guess. Next thing is, does the invisibility spell work on the siege machines? For example, on the Yeti blimp? The answer is no. Kind of the same with all of the spells. None of the spells are working on siege machines. The rage is not working on a siege machine either. That would be kind of funnier. Hasting your blimp through the base. That would be actually kind of funny, but no, that's not possible. The next question was, is it possible to use the invisibility spell on the Yetis of the Yeti blimp to make the Yeti blimp more powerful? The first part of the question is, yes, you can use it over there, or like on the Yetis, but no, it's not any good. Like, don't do it. It's, as you guys can see, pretty useless. One thing which you could do is you could make that a couple of the defenses around there disappear, so your Yeti might target certain buildings, but that's it. The next question was, could you Skelly Donut the clan castle and make it invisible, so the skeletons make them invisible? And that's a no. Code Itsu is just too strong. You guys know what the deal is, right? Like, always use Code Itsu. I'm kidding, obviously, but it's not working because you make the clan castle invisible as well. The next question was, Itsu, what do you think about bats and the invisibility spell? Let's try it out, right? So let's rate them up. Obviously, I'm a noob at bats, so I'm missing the first scattershot, but it doesn't matter. We still got them invisible, but that's about it. Like, when bats are attacking, they're like always this going into the attack mode, kind of going into melee. And with this being said, you kind of have to choose if you make them invisible or the defense, and it's really tricky in between, so that's not really working. So, as you noticed, the invisibility spell is working best when you pair it with a ranged troop. So for example, P.E.K.K.A, Yeti, skeletons, things like that are really bad with the invisibility spell. At the same time, the Queen, the Royal Champion, witches, ranged troops are really good with invisibility spell. Those are kind of the setup. The next question was, and oh my god, there were so many questions about this. That was insane. Is Zeb Witch dead? No, it's not that. It's still insanely strong. It was broken before, so it's still strong. Like, if you make something which is incredibly strong, a little bit less strong, it's still strong. That's how it works, right? Obviously, the strategy with like the 10 lightnings and 2 earthquake is not possible anymore, which is, in my opinion, good, because you have 2 key defenses on town 13, which is the new scatter shots, right? And if you can take down both of them in the beginning of the attack without as a base builder, like if there would be a trap, for example, which kind of makes spells in this area useless, then okay, then you could counter it. But there is not a trap like this, right? So you could just take care of both scatters no matter what. And that was just stupid. The same thing with the clan castle. We're going to talk about the Zeb Lalo thing in a second. But for now, the witches. Witches are still crazy strong. Do not underestimate the witches. The only thing is now, if it's a different spell composition, and you should most of the time use it with the Warden Walk or something, it's not as spammy anymore, which should be most of the time kind of a good thing. It's still easy. It's still kind of easy to execute. And I will most likely still do another video on that, and do like a really like guide on how you can do it. But still, this strategy is still a thing. No, the update did not kill witches, and it did not kill the lightning. Stop it. That's not a thing. Trust me. Let's get back to the attack, because that's the nice thing about the invisibility spell. You can empower your back and Royal Champion so much. And I will show you guys in the end of the video another P.E.K.K.A smash video, another P.E.K.K.A smash attack, where I just get rid of 1 rage and add like 2 invisibility spells for the back end of the Royal Champion. And your P.E.K.K.A. Smash doesn't even need to take care of most of the base, just the invisibility spell. Empowering the Royal Champ is crazy. But for now, you can see over here, like, you can see how many witches are alive, right? And this is one of the qualifier bases. So this is not a weak base. Don't get me wrong, I did not use this base just for making the strategy look OP or anything. It had a proper clan castle, like the minion clan castle. Obviously, you could argue that it's not the best clan castle about this specific strategy. But 3 super minion clan castle, that's a completely irregular clan castle. It was a completely irregular base because this was actually a qualifier base. And it's smashed. Like, you cannot even count how many witches are alive. So, that's easy. The next thing is the Zablado thing. And that's, once again, I see so many people like, oh my god, Zablado's dead. I was training it so much. It was such a cool strategy. And I agree with most of that. But once again, the clan cast is such a strategic defense that you should not be able to take it out in the beginning of the attack without any counterplay. So what you can do is still Zablado, right? You can use, for example, like I did, 7 lightnings for the queen. And something which is staying there as well. For example, the Sing Inferno Tower. And then after that, you're just sending in your Ram, King, Ice Golem, whatever, to take down the tunnel, for example. And you just kill the clan castle. Once again, it's a classic clan castle, right? Like the Super Minion clan castle. To be honest, I don't think even Hound would be worse at this situation because there's not too much damage and we have the the Yetis from our clan castle. So that's alright anyway, right? So we got our value. We got around about 30% so far. We can still get more, but that's it so far. And still, the queen is keep going. The Yetis are keep going. And at the moment, we're already at 40% of the base taken down. And that's the Zablado. It's just a different style. And that's what people always forget about updates. Updates are not about destroying strategies. It's about mixing things up, making sure that things are staying fresh. Like, we do not want to have the same meta over the entire year. That would be boring at some point. If you feel different, I would be surprised. But at the same time, let me know if you actually think that would be kind of nice. Because, I mean, I'm doing hybrid already for quite some time. And I'm getting bored as well. So I'm using different strategies as well. Trying new things. That's just how I feel. I don't know, maybe I'm just strange about this, but either way, you can see over here the Zablado. It's smashing the base, and once again, that's another qualifier base. That's not a new base or whatsoever. That's an actual base. That's an actual base which got used in the qualifier. It had like there are all of the max things in there, the max expos and everything, and it's getting smashed. Even though my ladder was kind of shitty and you just saw I dropped a couple of haste somewhere, but still, like, that's still what you can do. So, don't overreact. I know it's nice to do that, but at the same time, try the things and, for example, wait for all of the sneak peeks happening. That's just what I think. Obviously, it's maybe easier for me to say because I can present out of this to you guys and you have not had not the chance so far to play it. But still, what could I say except just trust me on that one. So that's kind of it. But now let's get to the next video which I wanted to highlight. And no one else said that this is dead. This is one of the strongest armies in the game. And to be honest, I think you could have done the exact same attack which I'm about to do to this base with witches or with Yeti Smash. So it's your personal preference on this one. And I think, once again, witches are not dead, they're super strong, but one thing which I want to highlight on this attack is one specific thing, and that's the invisibility spell and how you can use that. I already said in the beginning that the invisibility spell, in my opinion, is really useful with troops together which are ranged, because, like I said, if you have a melee troop, like the skeletons, like a Yeti, like a P.E.K.K.A., or even like the bats, because they're really close range, so they're kinda melee in some way because they're always like, I don't know like how they're attacking, but this attack move, you know what I mean, right? So this attack move kind of makes them a melee troop. And this being said, it's really hard to actually hit them with the invisibility spell without actually making their target invisible. So that's not what it does. So for melee troops, the freeze is better. For the ranged troops, most of the time the invisibility spell is better. So what I want to do is I want to push into the core with my P.E.K.K.A. smash at this point. I know it's not the best decision because we're doing a P.E.K.K.A. smash into 3 single front towers. Like, no one is normally doing that if you have a choice. So witches would be way better. But still, this is all about the example because I want the troops to die out in the core, because what I want to show you to you guys is that the Royal Champion, we have now around like 60%. By the way, one thing which I didn't highlight, the expo levels. They look kind of the same, but the shooting is the shooting looks sick, right? Like with the new color and everything. But anyway, that's a different topic. I want to get back to the Royal Champion part because there's still a lot of things left, like single front tower, enemy warden, enemy scatter, and we can just use the invisibility spell for our Royal Champ to make the Royal Champ get really far into the base. And you can see over here one more time, the invisibility spell does not make my Royal Champion unkillable. It makes it invisible, which means traps are still working. So for example, the tornado, things like that. One more time, the Royal Champion is getting invisible, taking out the scatter, and this is how we can take care of a really big part of the backend. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to highlight. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I didn't offend any one of you guys. And well, I'm just super excited for the next sneak peek. Make sure to follow this channel so to always get the newest information about the sneak peeks and updates, whatever out there, and always get the information how you can use the next things which are getting released. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.